Hi class, let's take a minute and go to modules. Again, modules is where you're going to find all of the coursework for this class. I've started with a Let's Get Started module, and I've pulled in a weekly study plan for you to use. This will help guide you through the first week, and that way you'll know kind of what you're expected to do with, with a module. Instructor bio, that's some fascinating reading. I'm giving you some writing assignment citation suggestions. When you complete writing assignments, you do need to cite your sources, and here's my suggestions for that. I'm giving you a grammar guide. If you have some confusion about grammar issues, this is just a short guide. It's just going to go over the basic grammar issues people tend to have. I have given you a reflection assignment sample. If you want to see what a good reflection looks like, you can look at this sample and it'll kind of give you a visual image of what I'll be looking for. Are you having computer or assignment issues? It happens every semester. I want you to read this when you have issues before you contact me, and before you contact UAB Ask IT, and before you contact Canvas. Normally, computer issues can be resolved by restarting your computer and accepting updates, or by using a different web browser. There's several other little tips and suggestions that I've given you that can help you resolve issues. But if you are having problems, I want you to reach out. Don't let that hinder you. Just keep going wherever you can to get the help. I'm not a computer expert, but I've been, seen what students typically encounter, and I've given you some suggestions here and given you some links on where to go to get help. Netiquette, this is just how you should conduct yourself in an online environment. Students will take exams using Respondus Lockdown Browser and a webcam. Again, I have information on the exam, on the syllabus about that. I've also provided you with a quick start guide for Respondus, some more information from UAB, and I'm also supplying you with a Q&A board. If you want to post a question here, other students might can answer you, or I can. I put that up last semester, but students didn't use it very much. I don't know why, but you can feel free to send me a Canvas inbox message too. This week, your graded assignments are here. You need to sign a student agreement. You just click the link, and you'll see the instructions. I want you to introduce yourself to the class. I'm giving you an assignment, how to use Inquisitive. That's what you're going to be using every week. That's what one of your assignments every week. So how do I do that? And this tells you how to do that. And then why study history? This is a very short assignment that I want to engage you with why history is important. And I think this is a great way to start the semester. I'm giving you a module for Norton training and support. I want you to feel comfortable using Norton. That is your textbook publisher and their products. I've provided you with the ebook link, how to register with Norton if you feel like you need more. An Inquisitive quick start video, just a little background on Inquisitive. Student, I'm going to probably block that student help notes. That was from last semester. Norton service desk support. If you need help with Norton, if you go into the assignments and you can't open them, or if you go into the assignment and your points don't show up in Canvas, contact Norton. The only reason I know, if you complete an assignment in your chapter module, like an Inquisitive, and the points do not eventually populate in grades, and it might take a few minutes up to a few hours to populate in grades, the only reason I know that happens is, number one, you did not go through Canvas and use the links in the chapter modules, and number two, you tried to go directly to Norton's website. So always use Canvas as your vehicle for your assignments. So let's look at chapter 1. This is a good starting point for you to, let's look at this module to give you an idea of what you're going to find here. I've provided a chapter outline and the core objectives for every chapter. Those are something that you need to glance at. I provide something called office hour videos from the textbook author. They're very short little lectures. If you use the ebook in this class, again, here's the ebook link. If you use the ebook in this class, you have videos throughout the chapter from the textbook author. They're just short videos about a lot of the topics in the chapter. I think you'll find those interesting and helpful. And then I always provide instructor lectures for most all chapters. There might be one chapter I don't have a lecture, but most chapters I'm going to lecture, and I want you to pay close attention to these lectures because my exams are going to come from my lectures. I have a section here for optional textbook resources, videos, podcasts, articles. This is going to be a place for you to find enrichment, for you to bridge what you read in the textbook with something that kind of makes it come to life, another layer to what we're studying. Flashcards will help you prepare for the quizzes. So flashcards are key terms for each chapter, and this will be helpful to you. There's additional sources from chapter 1. If you want to go in here and read more about a particular topic, we've pulled in more sources about different topics from a chapter. If you like maps, I'm giving you all of the maps that are in this textbook for you to look at. And then chronology. That's just going to give you an overview of what time frame am I covering this week. Now, I'm going to give you articles. I'm going to give you all sorts of interesting things in here. It might be a podcast, it might be a website, it might be a Nat Geo article, and it'll cover something that that's in the chapter. This Becoming Human is a really interesting website you can go to, and there's some videos in here, little short videos that really create a journey through human evolution if you want to go into more detail about that. Now you will come to graded assignments. So for this week, you will have, starting January the 31st, so not this coming up Sunday, but the next Sunday, you'll have a review quiz due, you will have your inquisitive due, and you will have a reflection due. We're going to read some creation narratives and reflect on those readings. So that's what a typical module is going to look like. I have this class open up to the midterm, and I'm going to scroll down to the midterm module. In the midterm exam module, I have provided tips and suggestions, the Respondus Quick Start Guide again, a study guide for the midterm exam part 1, a practice midterm exam part 1 so you can test out Respondus Lockdown Browser and Webcam, and then the midterm part 1, which requires Respondus Lockdown Browser and Webcam. Okay, here is the link for the midterm exam part 2. It's open book, completed any time up to the due date. You're going to go into this link. I'm assigning some primary source readings. You'll read it, answer a few questions, and go on to the next one. So you can be working on this the entire semester up to the midterm, or you can wait until the last minute to do it. But I would prefer that you do it ahead of time. Just maybe do one primary source reading a week, and then you're done. So we'll talk more about this. In 2 or 3 weeks before the midterm exam opens, I'll send another video to everyone and just go back over it again. But if you have any questions after you read the syllabus and after you take a look at midterm exam part 2, you can go ahead and go into this link. I'll just select it for you so you can see what it is. Midterm exam part 2, open book, complete any time up to the due date. Here are the documents. You're going to read 5 documents. You're going to answer the questions at the end. So you probably want to start yourself a Microsoft Word document, and then when you're ready, you can submit. Okay? It's not difficult. But it is to enrich and broaden different layers on what we've studied this semester. You can't study history without reading primary source documents. And primary source documents are documents written or created at the time that it happened. So they're very important and valuable to historians. Um, so there's the midterm module. After the midterm module closes, then I will open up the second half of the class, and the final exam is the same thing. Part one is an exam with multiple choice and matching, and part two is reading some primary sources and answering some questions. So that's it in a nutshell for modules. There's things here to help you. There's things here to guide you. If you need help, it's here. And then all of your modules are here, and you just work your way through the material as you go along. I am always available for help. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm not in the class every single day. I don't expect you to be in the class every day, but I will respond to you promptly during the week, especially this first week of class. And I will, try to get back with you within 24 hours, but usually it's a lot sooner. On the weekends, I may not respond as promptly because I try to take a break on the weekends and give my eyes a rest from the computer. But I'm always available to you. Please don't hesitate to reach out. Try to find the answer in the class if you can. If you can't, give me a shout at Canvas inbox, and I'll be glad to help you any way I can. As always, keep in touch with me, class.